like a curly slide?
The curly slide.
What about a water slide? Better. Yeah. Hang on, let's rewind for a minute.
Hi guys.
Hi. This is Frank, our window manager.
Very nice to meet you.
So nice to
Hi,
meet you.
Anita. Very nice to meet you. Frank Boron. Mary, good to see you. Chris, good to see you.
How are you, buddy?
Very well.
So windows, guys, I'm so excited. This is such an amazing part of the home, and I know, Mary, you've put so much work into this and so much thought.
The windows became about floor-to-ceiling views, where at the waterfront, when you are living in that house, you want to be there at the beach. You know, I wanted the resident to be outside and when they're inside their home.
Yeah, let's not hesitate. Let's get right into it. Frank can kind of walk you through, and we'll start here and go down the aisles and see what you like.
Perfect.
And I think where we should start is with your $1 million views. We're actually in a perfect spot to start talking about that, which is in front of our multi-slide door from Marvin. The great part about this door is the opening that you're going to get from it.
Wow.
Okay.
Can I have this on my house?
You can have anything on your house. All right, let's look at some of your color options.
Ooh, I love this little alcove.
We had this designed intentionally to lay out plans, look at displays, color options, whatever's easier for architects, of course, and designers and our builders. So I know we've kind of chosen the suede here.
Beautiful.
But as you see, you do have a lot of options.
So when Mary and I sat down, we really wanted to think about how do we capitalize on that view. We wanted to really capture as much as we can of that view. So we had to think about where we're placing the windows, but as well as like how big do we want them to be? What do we want the feel to look and feel like?
I had to take into consideration impact resistance and wind loads. And then there is also the aesthetic, which to me is particular as well because it's a more modern house. I'm looking for really sharp lines, clean edges, square corners. And so, you know, it's like, well, where do we get those gorgeous windows? And it was such a thrill to call Interstate and hear that I could get them here.
As a designer, you come into a place like this, it's so valuable to be able to come in and touch and feel everything so that you can spend time with these choices. And it's not just, oh, you know, we're gonna do black because everybody does black. It makes it feel so much more special, I feel like. And I've never had the opportunity to do that on a home. Most people never do.
Like Mary and I would, through this process, every decision has 100 decisions attached to it. And it never ends. So when we came with windows, we did have a very long list that we wanted fulfilled. And you guys helped to guide us with like what is gonna fill all of the boxes.
We're happy to help. So now that we've seen your color options and you've told me what you want out of these windows, why don't we take a look at the actual window and walk through some of the nuances of the product.
Sounds good.
Let's have a look. This is the window that I think we're gonna settle on, hopefully. This is Marvin's ultimate narrow frame casement. Aside from its really narrow profiles and the sash, which is the operable portion, being flush with the frame, which gives you that nice modern look, we can manipulate some of the attributes and features. So on a traditional window, you would typically find an OG or a putty sticking and glazing. For this product, we could completely square it out so that all of your SDL bars are a contemporary or modern look. I think this is gonna work out great with the Marvin narrow frame window that we looked at. Marvin also has a corner unit that I know is important to your project. The multi-slides, which we saw today, are definite. So I think we could accomplish everything you have with the Marvin Ultimate products.
Okay, so they're gonna do that. Do you mind, can we just check out everything else? I'm dying to see
Absolutely.
everything.
I thought you'd never ask. My name is Brian Kurtz. I am the VP of Sales for the company, and I represent the 4th generation of the family business. Where do you begin when you're a company that's over 100 years old? We're currently 103 years old. My great-grandfather started the company back in 1922 in Greenwich, Connecticut, where we still house our main facility. And he came over as a chair maker in a factory and slowly evolved into the lumber business. And that is kind of where we all started. We are still family owned and operated. And there are now 4 members of the 4th generation that are working in the family business.
Oh, wow, this is so amazing up here.
Yeah, so this is pretty much a flex space, as you will.
Okay.
So this space
these
works out
push
very
out?
well. Yeah.
And then what, does this become a dance floor?
This becomes the dance floor, absolutely, yeah.
Isn't it amazing all the choice there is for a door stopper?
For a door stopper, we want to talk about choices for hardware. If you follow me this way.
Wow, this is, honestly, I'm kind of obsessed.
It can definitely be overwhelming. So our goal is to maybe just break it up into segments, and that's where we focus as we have experts in each individual aspect of the business. And we try to help break it down and then narrow the focus to one item.
When you're in your home, you're doing this all day long. So you want to feel exactly what it feels like. And it's wild. This goes on for a mile.
This is just the start.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the most interesting parts is people don't realize that hardware is the one thing you touch more than anything else in the house. Mm-hmm. This is just the start. As you can see, there's a lot.
I know, I want to see more.
There's a lot to choose from.
I want to see more. Wow, this goes on for miles. I feel like you guys have every single brand.
The idea is we want you to come in here and have all the time in the world, but we have the experts to help you, guide you, and figure out what the right piece of hardware is for the right piece of furniture.
I loved it. Like, this is, I'm in heaven right now.
Yeah.
So I think that I would have had such a different experience at that phase of the build if I had had something like this, where I could come into this beautiful space and kind of see and feel and touch everything and talk to people about what I was envisioning so that I wasn't so overwhelmed by the end of it, because you really do. I'm sure you see in customers sometimes who have waited till the 11th hour and then they're there and they're like, how do I pick?
What better than the Westport collection?
Wow. The Beachside series, this could be perfect for the Westport Project house.
There's nothing better. It fits right into place.
I love also that you have, because this is obviously more traditional over here,
Yes.
It's really cool and thoughtful that you developed a sort of more modern take on things, because I'm sure there are people here who are building a more modern, maybe more tech-forward house like we are, and they want that kind of more, modern edge, and this is perfect.
Here we have interior doors and exterior doors.
Okay.
And then we get into some of the exterior doors, some fiberglass doors. Fiberglass doors have really hit the market strong. And we have all the options of glass, frosted glass, clear glass.
I mean,
The list
again,
goes
with
on,
the
the list goes on.
options.
The list goes on. So here's the best part.
Okay.
We've made all our
Ready.
decisions, or
Yeah,
I've
we've
driven
made them.
you to here. Which
Yeah,
is
driven me
our-
to drink, perhaps?
to drink, but here's our bar. And so here's where we say we can sign the deal over a drink. But
I'm
for
ready
now,
to sign. Yeah.
I'll give you a water
Thank you.
to start.
I love it, an interstate water. What a great end to an amazing experience.
Thank you for coming.
The windows are going to make this house. I'm just putting it out there. It is a house that is about the views. It's about location, and it's about bringing that location into your home. And so much of that is done through the windows. And I know the selections that Mary and Anita made in terms of how those windows will interact with the house and how they'll interact with the outside were so important, and they were able to see that here in the showroom.
I love that I can talk to my clients about going to see and feel a product. I know a lot of people are drawn to shopping online. You can get on there at midnight and look at stuff, but there is nothing like seeing a product in person and standing with a representative who can talk you through, the features of that product.
I started working with Interstate back in 2007 when I worked for a local high-end luxury firm. I've worked with the same rep since I started in 2007, both for the other company and then when I went out on my own 12 years ago. Jeff has certainly gotten to know, myself and my company's strengths and weaknesses, and the best way to for him to accent that and make us even better. And in the same way, I've gotten to know Interstate in that way, and I know how Interstate can help me and how, what is the best approach for them. They always help me out of problems.
I feel blessed to have the opportunity to be a part of a family business, and especially in this industry, it's very difficult to get to that fourth generation. For generations of 100 years of business, and the amount of homes that we've touched in our area is pretty astonishing. And being that old, it's funny, sometimes you'll see a full cycle where we did a house 20 years ago and maybe there's a new owner that is either tearing it down or renovating it, and now we're seeing this house twice. So there's something unique about that, and I think at the end of the day, I'm just honored to be a part of a well-known, established family business. And in a day and age of consolidation, the independent lumberyard is still thriving, and we plan to continue to keep that going.